in 1995, I had this idea. Is there some way that we could become global cooling? In other words, between 1992 and 1994, the economy rose. And because the economy increased in its activity, carbon dioxide levels also increased in the atmosphere. And so the concept was, why not link some way to reduce carbon emissions so that when you have economic activity, you don't have lots of worry about carbon dioxide. Just because you got a good job doesn't mean that the carbon dioxide levels have to increase. Just because you now drive a larger vehicle, because you don't bicycle to work, doesn't mean you can't be global cooling. And here's the concept. Great story. A guy named Yerkes told me this. There are cities and villages in Korea that work a lot on wood fuel. There were people who were walking 3 hours in one direction to go get some fuel, or maybe it's 1.5 hours both ways. And so European and American aid agencies came to the villages and made different proposals. The Europeans said, well, here are very efficient solar cookers and more efficient wood-burning stoves that need only one piece of wood instead of 3 pieces. And so they just made a lot of these stoves to help reduce the demand for wood, and that would help the wood storage, the wood usage. Now, so reduce what you can. That's the story there. What did the US guys do? They said, you guys use wood here and you're walking so far? All right, let's identify 4 villagers, one north of the village, south, east, and west, and we'll just plant like crazy. And we'll make sure that they control the wood. And we're creating a little economy here, so there are now 4 families that have a steady income because they're going to be growing trees, really fast burning trees. They're going to be creating charcoal. And so one way to deal with a shortage of wood fuel is not only to reduce the demand for the fuel, so then the supply will equal demand, but why not increase the supply? Okay, so in the same way, why don't we, yes, try to reduce our production of carbon dioxide, and at the same time not feel so guilty if we have it, by sponsoring trees in tropical countries where trees grow year-round. We're able to offset the carbon dioxide that we produce when we are driving cars. That's the idea behind doing good and feeling good, okay? This logo is available for companies to use. I'm making this video as a conversation to you about why the global cooling car is, in fact, the easiest way to start, because it's very visible, and when you buy a car, when you drive your car, you can have a little sticker that says, hey, trees were planted in Ethiopia, in the Philippines, and they're offsetting the carbon dioxide that I'm emitting. That's called global cooling. We've had this program since 1995. If you want to learn more, you contact globalcoolingcenter.com. globalcoolingcampaign@gmail.com is how you would email me if you wish. But the big thing, just give me a call. We'll get you started. 954-646-8246. If you're calling from outside the United States, it's 1, country code, 954-OMUCHO, OHMUCHO, 646-8246, 954-646-8246. We've had this idea about global cooling for a long time. We have created a variety of publications. We want you to become a global cooling business. We want you to drive a global cooling vehicle. We want your company to be global cooling. A press release like this can be created if you sponsor 20 trees for each employee. In the United States, 20 trees represents, over the tree's lifetimes, 20 tons. About one tree absorbs in its roots, bark, leaves, soil, about a ton of carbon dioxide over its lifetime. So in about 44 years, at 50 pounds a year when it's vital, mature, it will absorb a ton. 50 pounds a year, about 22 kilograms of carbon dioxide. What an opportunity you have to alter the situation. You no longer have to feel guilty. This is an example of a magazine. They sponsored trees. They sponsored trees to offset the paper. You can contact me and find out how you can become a global cooling workplace. And I look forward to assisting you in slowing down the rate of increase that carbon dioxide is increasing in our atmosphere. And one of the causes may be that we are burning fossil fuels. So I look forward to discussing this more with you. And thank you for your interest in the global cooling car. That's the conversation we're having here. And if you have the time to read the book, that's great. I plan to make this an electronic book. So you can go to scribd.com, S-C-R-I-B-D, scribed, like described, but without the D-E and without the E. Scribd.com, S-C-R-I-B-D.com, and just type in the global cooling car. Thank you for your time.